Hello, everyone. Let's just get into it. James Gunn, you're going to fail. America is not the world, but is the number one world power along with China and everyone else. And you're doing the Arrowverse. James Gunn, listen to me. Listen to me, Raynel Martinez. I think about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, and all I think about is where was Superman? How could Superman, who isn't in Pennsylvania, be so fast that he would how could let me explain it like this. Donald Trump had the entire Secret Service. We're not talking about one person like Superman. We're talking about an entire group of people. You could probably say how many people are in the United States law enforcement? Over 1 million, right? More, obviously. We're talking about law enforcement for the entire United States. Of course, more than 1 million. Duh. So Superman is one guy, but he's Superman. So the first question you're asking yourself is if Clark Kent was at that rally, he would super hear, he'd hear the people, there's a gunman on the roof, and he'd go over and he'd stop the guy, and that would be the movie. But when he shot and he killed the person, and then they killed the fucking shooter, that just changed superhero movies for me because I'm like, James Gunn, I'm sorry to say this. I really mean this. Before Donald Trump survived, your movie was a part of a world where history just got made. A random man who is a Batman, not a Batman, but a Batman, a random man who decided, unless this was a government conspiracy, a random man decided to say, all I need is a gun, gotta get up, climb a little building, lay down, learned how to shoot, shot, missed them, shot somebody else, and if nobody would have stopped me, I would have been able to shoot. I would have been able to wait for Donald Trump to get up. If the Secret Service wouldn't have been there to save him, I could have shot more people. I could have used bombs. All these things would have happened in a world of Superman. Batman could have never shown up to save the day, but Superman could have shown up to save the day. Mr. Terrific could have shown up to save the day. We're always looking at who's the hero to save the day. Obviously, Superman is the one who can fly there the fastest. I mean, Superman can fly. Superman can fly as fast as a jet plane, faster, supersonic speeds. Superman can go from America to China in about 16 hours, I would say. I think it would take about less than 16 hours, like a plane, faster than that, for Superman to get from America to China. Faster than that as a human being, faster because he's lighter and he's got the power of the sun. So usually we never question these things, but we're like, if right now Superman was in China and he had to get to Pennsylvania to save Donald Trump, and he super flew there to stop that bullet from killing the rally member. It's stupid. Superman can't do that. He can't save Donald Trump. Donald Trump saved Donald Trump. Now, if it's an airplane that is coming down like Superman Returns, okay, well, we got Superman, so shut the fuck up, haters. Because when Superman sees that a plane is going down. You're like, all right, Superman just saved an entire fucking airplane that was about to go down. That's why he's called Superman, not gun violence stopper. And that's the whole point of why this movie's going to fail. Because you have the dichotomy of, damn, I wanted him to save the president, but he's not around the president all the time. And that's the thing that I love about Superman. That's the thing that I love that's the thing I love about Batman. And all the other superheroes are bullshit. Green Lantern, aliens. I love all that stuff. It exists. I will not discredit it. But I'm like, Hawk Girl? Isabella Merced, who's not in the Arrowverse. The Arrowverse is fun, and I love Flash, and I love Supergirl, and all those characters did the best they could with television, and they awesome, and Superman and Lois got away from that. Superman and Lois got away from that, and they became like, I'm Superman. I'm not going to be with the Green Arrow, and Mr. Terrific, and Wild Dog, and all these. Superheroes aren't real. There's the dog and pony show, as Kurt Russell said. Then there's the real thing. And I can tell you, we love it when things are Arrowverse, but we also love it when things are Batman 1989, Batman Begins. We love the interpretations. And I can tell you that the biggest problem that I have with James Gunn's Superman, which is 1 year, I have to wait for a Superman movie. I need Superman now. And I can't have him now. It's like saying I need a Barbie movie right now. Not going to get a Barbie movie right now. So that's why it's called Superman Returns. That's why Superman Returns is one of the most genius movies, and I loved it at the time, and it's great. Superman wasn't around. Lois said it. We don't need Superman. She had sex with him, had a baby with him. He left her. She's pissed off at him. He had a kid with her. They had sex. You're telling me that David Corenswet doesn't want to fuck the shit out of Rachel Brosnahan? They're not fucking? They're not fucking? They didn't have kids yet? Go, because it's like maybe it would be a baby, maybe. Guys, Superman is a Johnny Depp. At the height of his sex appeal, every woman is trying to fuck Superman for fame. He is a Christ-like figure of power. Everybody wants to be with Superman, and you can see his fucking face. So you're looking at the most genius thing that Superman ever did, which everybody laughs at him. And Henry Cavill honored him and said, you know, I actually went to Times Square and I went places, and I was right next to a Superman thing, and nobody even noticed me. And you go, why? Because your hair and your glasses? And you go, well, let's be honest. You're Superman. You're the most recognizable face in the world. You're Johnny Depp. You have a Johnny Depp face, but you decide to look like Jack Sparrow. Think about that. We all know it's Johnny Depp. We all know Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow, but if we didn't know who Jack Sparrow was, if we never saw Pirates of the Caribbean ever come out, and a guy walks across the street looking like Jack Sparrow, you think we'd go, you're Superman, you're Johnny Depp. Just because he does his hair a little different, he has his little thing here, he talks like this, mate, he has a complete character difference. Do you really think anybody's a kid in a hospital is going to go, there's a guy dressed as a pirate. That's obviously Johnny Depp. Now we'll look at his face and go, huh, it is Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp. Remember, you don't get to have the acknowledgement that Johnny Depp told you that he's Jack Sparrow and how he came up with him. We know it because the name is on the poster and he's an actor and they showed you the process. You got to go behind the curtain. So maybe the problem that we have with Clark Kent is that we're all thinking, well, why would Superman ever have a job? Why would Superman have a job? This is the most powerful man in the world. His face is the most powerful face. Everybody loves Superman. The S. He wears an S. He wears an S. He has a cape. He has underwear. If he's going to be the most powerful person in the world, do you really think he's going to show up like Edward Norton to job and take orders from a boss and be like Perry White is his boss going, yeah, I need you to go do this or that or da-da-da. Do you really think that human beings will think, hey, he has the most recognizable face in the world? Think about that. It's the same thing as Batman. Batman is Bruce Wayne. And nobody thinks, well, that's Bruce Wayne. He's the king of Gotham City. Everybody would always ask, damn, didn't they kill his parents? But do you think people would say, well, he's going to take his millions of dollars, go find some ninjas, and dress as Bat? Dude, nobody would believe that Bruce Wayne is Batman because they think he's rich. It's like right now if I tell you Donald Trump is a superhero. Would you truly believe? This is like that moment in Pulp Fiction where he's like, would you give a guy a foot massage? And he's like, fuck you. You have your whole rhetoric. You're going to go crazy. But if I tell you, do you believe Donald Trump has a Batmobile and he's fighting crime in China? You'd never believe it. You'd never believe that the guy that just took a bullet, but he has those skills. He just heard, whizzed. He's a superhero. Donald Trump is a superhero. But would you believe it? If right now I didn't tell it to you, do you believe people would say, well, Donald Trump is a superhero. He dresses like Batman and he fights crime. He has the resources. He's got the entire CIA's, but you wouldn't believe it. You'd say, oh, he's old, he's. But that's exactly why Superman and Batman work, and Robin and all of them, because you don't know. And that's the word I'm going to say. Knowledge. You don't know. Do you know if my hair is pink right now? Well, you can look right here and see a little bit of it isn't pink, but do you know that up here it's pink or not? How can you know? You can read my facial cues. You know it's not pink. But then Superman S, pink. Funny hair. Not, it's not. But you go, that's what identity is. You don't know. So I'm going to tell you, James Gunn, we've always loved Robert Pattinson's Batman. We've always loved David Cornswet and Rachel Brosnahan. And I'm sorry to say this, but I think this Superman movie is a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit. And I'll tell you why it's a piece of shit. Number one, these are the things that we need to do for Superman. Number one, we need to have Batman. If he's going to make the brave and the bold, that means Batman exists. So why the fuck is there a Mr. Terrific, but they don't have a Batman? You're telling me that the two world's finest, called the world's finest, are not together. And you go, oh, maybe that's the thing. Maybe, asshole, the Ultraman, the guy who's the Ultraman, is really Batman. Maybe the whole point that we're missing, the twist, the big Riddler twist, is that this Ultraman, this Bizarro, this person who has superpowers and is fighting Batman, is fighting Superman, is Batman. And they're not showing you because they're going to use visual effects and make the character they've already cast Batman, and it's Ultraman. And they're keeping it a secret where he said, I would never give anything away with spoilers. So maybe that's the big ultimate spoiler we're going to find out when we see the movie, that he's fighting Batman. That Batman is in the movie. And you go, oh, Ultraman, the black, the suit, it's all going to be painted out, and it's Batman. And it's not Robert Pattinson's Batman, but it's Shea Wigham or some other Batman. Pretty cool. I'd rather have that. I don't give a fuck about Ultraman. BlackRock would be cool. Bizarro would be cool, but I want it to be Batman. And I want it to be Batman with powers that Maxwell Lord or Lex Luthor gave him powers. But everybody goes, no, we're not going to do that. We want Ultraman. Do you know how stupid it sounds for someone to say Ultraman? It's just as stupid as saying Aquaman or Wonder Woman. It's stupid to say their names, but let me tell you something. This is going to be one of the dumb... We don't have time for pretend anymore. I don't have time for pretend anymore. I know this is a kid's world, and it's now is the most important time for pretend. No, it's not. We need a new batch of heroes. And The Boys doesn't do it. Superman represents, I'm going to save Donald Trump. And if Donald Trump got hurt, well, I'm going to do something. And what can he do? What the fuck could Superman do against the killer that got shot by a Secret Service sniper rifle? What the fuck? You want to know do you really want to know what Superman would do if he went to that Pennsylvania rally? Do you really want to know? Let me tell you how I would write Superman. Gunshots heard. Trump goes down. Secret Service protects him. He lifts his fists in the air. Superman shows up. Truth, justice, American way. Someone's dead in the rally. Superman sees it. But he has super hearing. Take the shot. Kill the sniper. Superman goes over, stops the bullet from killing the sniper. The man is mental. He takes him far away. Leaves him with Mr. Terrific. This man just tried to kill the president. Protect him. They're going to try to kill him. But we'll send him to prison later. Everybody's looking at Superman. Did Superman just try to kill Donald Trump? He comes back. He answers the questions. No, we have the shooter. I didn't want him to get killed. Nobody should die today. We've already lost a life. Everyone hates Superman. He just killed someone. He tried to kill MAGA. Make America Great Again. Superman just sided with the enemy. A sniper with an AR-15 trying to kill Donald Trump. Donald Trump is pissed. He goes to Superman. You bring me this guy. You bring him in, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Batman. I'm going to come after you, Maxwell Lord. I'm going to all the people. You bring me the guy, and I'm going to take my revenge on him. Superman will not allow this. He needs to go to court. Superman cannot save him. The man was killed by Deathstroke, by Joker, by whoever. Mr. Freeze, we don't care. We'll write it later. He was killed. He is seen as righteous. That man killed somebody at the rally. We killed him. Superman couldn't save him. And now Superman feels stupid with Lois because Lois is like, you're a fucking stupid ass. She's being real. She's not saying shit like a TV show. She's like, you fucking stupid. You tried to kill the president. That's America. But Superman knows the truth. Why would I let that man be killed and gunned down? He was going to kill the president. He killed somebody there. And that's Superman. The S, which isn't serial killer, spy. He is hated. People hate Superman. He is not American. Batman looks at him and says, my parents were gunned down. I wanted to take revenge, but you're right. We shouldn't kill. It separates us from them. And now Batman and Superman are the world's finest. Batman probably would kill, though. They talk about it. Would you ever kill someone? That's the scene. That's a fucking Superman movie. Batman and Superman sitting there talking like Heat in a diner, just like they do on the I'm Batman, I'm Superman, whatever the YouTube skits. They're sitting there, they're talking. Superman's like, shouldn't we be talking this loud? What if they hear us? He's like, don't worry. I'm not an idiot like you. And you laugh. And you got Superman and Batman, and they're talking. It's a different world today. Everybody's bipolar and crazy. I think about Jesus, and I think about, like, wow, Jesus Christ. People are getting crazy. He's like, and Batman says it. They've always been animals. You're just seeing it more now. They're animals. The Genghis Khan. This Wonder Woman shows up. He's right. We kill like this all the time on Themyscira. I agree. But let's be honest. If you guys want to be honest, let's ask each other with the lasso of truth. She puts it on Batman. Would you ever kill anyone? I have killed people. I kill people a lot lately. I killed this person. Wow. The lasso of truth. Which is a little kind of, you don't really see it happening. Batman doesn't want to get the lasso. He puts the lasso, says, I killed this person, and he's like, I've killed so much, obviously I had to stop killing. And then Wonder Woman says, would you kill me? Yes. Would you kill Clark? Would you? And then boom, and Superman's, enough, Diana, enough. Is this what you use your lasso of truth for? Lex Luthor shows up. But should we be using it in court on you, Superman? Who is Superman? Who is Batman? Lex Luthor, I could take the lasso of truth. Isn't that what's going to happen anyway? Foreshadowing the Civil War. What if they take this lasso of truth, and who has it? The Americans? What is truth? It's the lasso of truth, isn't it? But what if they put it around your neck, Diana, before they chop it off, when you confess to stealing, laws, all this philosophy in this scene? Do we give a fuck about Hawk Girl? Give a fuck about Ultraman? Mr. Terrific? All amazing characters. If they had their own movies and they were built. If I'm Michael Jordan, why the fuck are you Dwayne Wade trying to come up and talk to me? You're a great guy. You're going to join the Miami Heat. You're going to have your time. You're Dwayne Wade. You're going to have your LeBron James. You're going to kick ass. But if I'm Michael Jordan and I'm in the Chicago Bulls, don't fucking be coming up to me if you ain't going to talk about basketball. Don't be like, what team should I play for? I want to play for the Chicago Bulls. I want to play for the Miami Heat. Get with LeBron James. He's great. Is he better than you? Sometimes I think he's really good, but I think I'm better because of this, and this. There you go. Now you got in the conversation. But just because you're Dwayne Wade and you play fucking basketball, or just because you're fucking I want to say Kobe. I want to say Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant. I know he died, but let's be honest. If we're talking basketball players living forever with the digital likeness and everything, Kobe Bryant's a genius. He's awesome. We love those people. Why the fuck are we trying to make these Mr. Terrifics and these Supergirls and these? Yes, they all have their opportunity. They have their opportunities. We go back to the story of them, Lex Luthor, lasso of truth. She gives it to Superman. Would you ever kill someone? I would never want to kill someone. All that stuff written, we got it. It's great. But why the fuck are we having 100 characters just fighting in physical? It's so stupid. We just had a assassination attempt on the president. What would the president do? What ghost protocol would he implement? What protocol would we implement? What Amanda Waller? They'd say, oh, it was Superman. You know, it's a conspiracy. Superman wasn't Superman. How do we know? We have BlackRock. Anybody could be a Superman. He could steal the identity and become Superman. He could become a Superman clone. He's taking the powers. Fuck, man. James Gunn, what the fuck movie are you writing? Your shit sucks. If it's not Batman as Ultraman, I don't give a shit. I like BlackRock. I like the Mad Hatter. I like Mr. Freeze. You know how I can see Mr. Freeze? Because, geez, hello. The Fortress of Fucking Solitude has frozen. You're telling me that Captain Cold can't build a freeze gun? You're telling me that there's no, Cord Industries can't build the Blue Beetle? All these characters? Get the fuck out of here with these dumbass costumes. James Gunn pisses me off because he thinks he can do that Marvel shit. He thinks he can be Quentin fucking Tarantino. He thinks he can take a fucking Rocket Raccoon, which is an awesome character, but is fucking stupid in Iron Man 1. You take Iron Man. You take Iron Man 1, and he goes, Tony Stark. Hey, I'm Rocket Raccoon. I'm here with the Ravagers. We're here to take Tony Stark. What the fuck Iron Man movie am I watching now? If I gotta watch Iron Man 1, and I'm sitting there on opening weekend, and they're telling me Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man 1, and all of a sudden we realize that Guardians of the Galaxy took place in the 80s, and the Ravagers, hell, let's be fucking honest. Guardians is awesome, but Thanos is the only cool thing about Guardians. The Guardians are allowed to exist because Thanos exists. All the super planets that exist, high evolutionary, all these planets existed before fucking Captain America came because of the Eternals. So what the fuck am I watching Rocket Raccoon go, what do you mean you built a Jericho missile and Teefs and Gamora? I'm like, I'm Robert Downey Jr. I'm an amazing actor. Fuck off, Rocket Raccoon. Fuck off, Groot. Fuck off, Ego. Fuck off, Quill. We love your characters. We get that the Guardians are awesome and they bring in Thanos and the Infinity Stones. But I got a fucking Iron Man suit. I built that. And the only thing you come out with is that you have a power source that's an arc reactor, Tesseract shit, and that's going to lead to an alien invasion with Loki, who's a god from Asgard, and Thor. And I'm fine with Iron Man right now. I'm not saying those characters cannot exist. I'm not saying those characters cannot exist. I will love Guardians of the Galaxy. I will love what you bring me. But when you suddenly go, Agatha's a witch over here. Imagine Iron Man 1, and he's like, that's how Mom and Dad did it, and that's how Agatha all along does it with Wanda, who was in Sokovia, and she's a mutant, and Miss Marvel has powers, and Photon, and Nick Fury's in the Avengers Initiative. But before we go to the Avengers initiatives, we've got to look at this cat who is called a Flurkin, who is about to swallow me. Cat swallow me. Cat swallows Tony Stark. Do you see how fucking stupid Iron Man 1 is? In May of 2008, if a fucking cat just swallows him and spits him out, he's Iron Man. You don't do. He's not a. But he's not a bitch. He's not a bitch. So stop bitching Superman. A fucking cat Flurkin would not swallow Superman. It would be a giant creature that's a squid like Watchmen that kills everybody in the city, and they have to kill Rorschach because he sees that Adrian is responsible for this cat Flurkin that killed everybody, and they have to kill him. And Dr. Manhattan does it. That's the kind of shit that you write. You take the big swings. Stop the bullshit, James Gunn. Miss Marvel is beautiful. She's a beautiful young girl. I love the Young Avengers, but fuck it, we've got to show the reality. Nick Fury should be thinking, I'm sorry, Miss Marvel, but you're way too young to be going into outer space. I can't send you into outer space. I made a promise to your mother, and even, do you believe in anything in outer space? Don't you want to be here in your country with your people and your... Come on, man. What the fuck are we doing with Marvel? And you go, dude, it's a movie. Remember, it's called movie. It's not reality. But I go, dude, if I take a cat and it swallows 50,000 people who are in outer space, would you ever tell Thor, you're about to die in this ship with Thanos? There's a cat over there, and it's going to swallow you, and then we're going to spit you out somewhere else. Do you know what would happen? The black actress would say, I can't even right now, because this is so fucking stupid. It doesn't have to be a stupid scene. It could be fucked up for them. It could be a Boba Fett pit that swallows them for thousands of years. And the cat is just going everywhere, and Iron Man is trapped in the Flurkin for like 1,000 years, and he has to use the quantum realm technology to go back and get him to spit himself out. Just some kind of shit like that. You're like, dude, this is so fucking stupid that the cat... Like, why can't it swallow Dr. Octopus? Why can't it swallow Doctor Strange? It's a fucking cat that swallowed a regular human being, many of them, and then just spit them the fuck out. What the fuck does that tell me about any person ever that comes into the Marvel Universe? Why can't Rocket Raccoon do that? What the fuck would the president think about a cat that swallowed Hulk? It's fucking stupid, but it could really change the world. To go, oh my god, Ant-Man's Pym particle, the number one selling thing in the world is a Pym particle. You thought oil was important? Did you see There Will Be Blood? Blood? There will be Plud. Let's call a guy Plud. He makes oil. Plud. I make oil. It just comes out of my pinky. I can pinky and I fart and a billion gallons of oil come out of me. It's just stupid shit like that. Is like Shark Boy and Lava Girl logic. Fuck, man. Superman's gonna suck. And I did not love Man of Steel a lot. I love it. It's a great movie. But I didn't love it when I first saw it. But now I'm like, dude, when shit got so stupid in the world that you're watching it, it got so much writing, and it got so fucking stupid, and it got so bad that you're like, dude, this just got so fucking ridiculous that the dude was ahead of his time with Watchmen. The other ones that were... They were in a dark place where I'm like, dude, I understand that girl has great titties, but I don't need to go over there and cut them off and feed them to her. That's what we didn't like about Superman killing. Would you imagine if Superman ripped the tits off of Lois Lane with his hands and made her eat her own tits? Rated R, Wolverine. Okay. No, dude. We don't want Superman doing shit like that. We want Superman to be like, I sucked her tits. I fucked her. But I didn't like rip her tits off her body and make her eat them. The villains do that shit. And that's the question we ask ourselves. When you're Zack Snyder, you say, I'm General Zod. I'm going to grab her tits. I'm going to rip them off her body. And then I'm going to make her eat her titties. And Superman knows that the villain is about to do that. And all he has to do is kill him. Superman's going to knock you the fuck out. Think about that one, Zack Snyder. You want to know what pisses me the fuck off about Batman and Superman always saying, we gotta kill, is that Wonder Woman could just say, in her little lasso of truth, guys, you're such little bitches. I could knock you the fuck out with one punch. I don't have to kill you at all. But you probably will die because I knocked you out with a punch, you dumb fucks. That is the difference between me and you guys. When I hit you, I didn't mean to kill you, but I was so strong I knocked you the fuck out and you died. So just knock people the fuck out with kicks and punches. Superman can knock Wonder Woman the fuck out and learn how to knock her out silently and deadly. There's deadly punch and there's knockout silent punch. And Batman can teach that shit. You don't need to fucking kill General Zod and snap his neck. But Batman would say no. Sometimes it doesn't always work that way. Captain America would say it. Doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you don't cut the wire. You gotta sacrifice. Sometimes there's a guy, he's about to shoot somebody in the head, and you don't have your powers. You don't have any. All you have is a loaded gun. Everybody else doesn't get a super kick or a super punch. Sometimes someone's gonna get a car and hit somebody on the side of the road. They don't move out in time. What are you gonna do? But that's the point of what Wonder Woman says. No, it's always the same thing. We've always taught it from the beginning, from the God level. You don't gotta kill. You don't gotta kill. You're powerful. Put the person to rest. Rest them. And she says, even in music, there are rests. You don't play music all your life. You don't play the trumpet for 50 hours a day. Eventually, you run out of breath. We can teach you on Themyscira how to use your super breath in ways you could never imagine. To take breath out of people. Your super breath can take the breath out. That's what one of these metahumans can do. Take the breath out of Superman. Oh, Lex Luthor, Maxwell Lord, damn you, Wonder Woman, you used our lasso of truth. Yes, super breath. Over here, our Bizarro, our Superman. Sorry, Superman, Batman, everyone. We're going to take super breath to take breath out of your life. You can't breathe now. You die. Get ready, everybody. Superman, kick ass. Fuck the stupid motherfucking Mr. Terrific and the fucking Peacemaker and the fucking Aquaman, who I loved Aquaman when he was awesome. Fuck the dumb shit. Start being better, man. And Trump, you have every right to go after Superman. That's all.